What's up, fellow car enthusiasts? Well, it happened. Had a neighbor complain about the loudness of my car as it's warming up, claiming that I sit here and let it warm up for 10 minutes at a time, which is a pretty gross exaggeration, I would say. I'm wondering how many of you out there have run into the same situation. I had an R400 on the vehicle originally when I purchased it back in June. That was way too loud, just terrible drone. I acknowledge that. So I invested in a Q300 Invidia, which I think is substantially quieter, especially on cold start. And personally, I'm pretty sure the built motor is quieter than it was before as well. So kind of caught me off guard, especially considering I'm 40 years old. This guy who complained is younger than me, and he's a mechanic for Toyota, has a 300ZX, said he had a 240 at some point, but he basically was saying, come and go as quickly as you possibly can. Um, Try to find an exhaust with the silencer in it, which I have absolutely zero plan or motivation to do. So, yeah, just curious how many people out there have run into this. I do not drive the car before 9 a.m. and I very, very rarely drive it after 9 p.m. because I do live in like a subdivision with families and some elderly people, so I'm trying to be as considerate as I possibly can for my surroundings and not be just, I don't know, an annoyance. Because when I was a kid, I grew up next to a dude that had a Harley. The guy would literally rip his Harley down side roads at like 2 or 3 a.m. So I know what it's like. And I'm not trying to upset anybody, but at the same time, it's like, should I really be that concerned about someone? I guess the main issue is their dogs, like these little chihuahuas that are probably already noisy and barky as is. Um, yeah, no. It upset me when he came over and told me that, because I've invested money into the car to make it quieter and more tolerable, especially because it's my daily driver. Or I still have my Civic. I do drive that like early in the mornings when I need to take my son to school, or if we are coming back from a late hockey practice and I know it's going to be like well after 9 o'clock, I won't drive the STi. We'll take the Civic because it's just, I'm trying to not be the asshole in the neighborhood, if that makes sense. But I mean, there's literally a guy across the street from me that has a 5.0 Mustang that leaves for work at like 6 a.m. And his car does wake me up, and I've never complained to him. So I don't know. I would love to hear other people's opinions, comments, experiences on this, because it it caught me off guard, and it initially made me have this reaction of like, I don't know, I don't want to deal with that. And I kind of, like, my knee jerk reaction was almost like, I kind of lost an interest immediately in driving the car, because now it's like I have to tiptoe around. But I slept on it, thought about it, talked to some people in the local Subi Facebook community, told them the situation. Everyone seems to think that I'm being reasonable, and I need to just keep on doing what I'm doing. I don't excessively idle. Maybe a 2 minute warm up. Maybe it was a little longer than that, but no more than 5 minutes during the engine break-in period. But during that 1,500 miles initially, after I got the vehicle back, I was babying it and did not want to just start it up and go. So, again, love to hear some feedback, comments, see what everyone else's experiences are. And as always, I appreciate your time, thoughts, energy. Have a great weekend. Peace.